Okay, guys, today we are at TGI Fridays. We're at the Boston location, Fenway neighborhood. This is a franchise location. Today we're checking it out. To give you guys more of an idea of the history of TGI Fridays was originally created in the mid-1960s to create a more friendly bar atmosphere. The bar was originally created by Alan Stillman and Daniel R. Scoggin. The original bar that opened up in New York City would go on to become incredibly popular. Then, later in the 1970s and the 1980s, TGI Fridays would enter an era of rapid expansion, growing to over 600 locations in the United States and even expanding into foreign and overseas markets. The chain would go on to popularize and change American bar culture forever by doing stuff like introducing speed tending, which was something that was originally created by TGI Fridays bartenders to entertain guests at the restaurant. TGI Fridays would also change bartending culture forever due to the fact that TGI Fridays bartenders started to actually act more like waiters in terms of their duties, in the sense that they were one of the first bars to actually have bartenders that would interact with the customers directly, opposed to many bars prior to the 1980s having bartenders that would really only mix drinks and not really interact with customers and patrons. In more recent years, the chain has started to struggle, partially due to the COVID-19 pandemic and due to changing consumer demands in the fast casual and bar space. In 2023, TGI Fridays filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, closing a lot of corporately owned stores. From here, they ended up focusing more on franchise locations, which traditionally had been performing well. A lot of the stores TGI Fridays originally ended up closing were underperforming stores that were owned by TGI Fridays corporate that had been put up in the 1980s to help assert their dominance over the fast casual dining space. Many of these stores have been outdated and quite frankly neglected for years, which then started to hurt the brand's image over time. But now TGI Fridays is back, and they've restructured, and they appear to be stronger than they have been in a while. So I decided to go and check it out, and here are my thoughts. Alright, so right now I'm going to try the ribs and the shrimp, and also this fried chicken, or the Friday sauce chicken, which, to be honest, looks absolutely amazing. Let's give it a go. Okay. So right off the bat, I gotta say that the chicken tastes absolutely amazing. It's perfect. It's not too dry. It's not too moist. It's right in the middle. The sweet sauce that they use for the chicken is great. It has a great tang to it. And they really did a great job in, presenting it. So the presentation, I gotta say, is by far like a 7 or 8 out of 10, hands down. Let's try these ribs. Good. Thank you, bro. Okay. The ribs are really well done. They're incredibly solid. I will say this though, if I'm being 100% honest, the size of the rib is kind of a bit of a downgrade. Like if you're someone who kind of enjoys like a larger set, this may not be exactly for you. But overall, for a single person platter, and which I think this entree was designed to be, it gives you a good level of variety, and overall, they're still they're still incredibly made. And if you came to TGI Fridays looking for ribs and you really wanted to take your mouth on a flavor journey, I highly recommend it. Alright, so here we are on to the main entree and the main course, which we went with pasta here. Overall, I've heard very positive reviews about the pasta, and I've heard that it's probably one of their more premier items, according to managers here, and according to many of the reviews that were online. And let me just give you guys a shot of this pasta.
Overall, the pasta turned out great, and I couldn't recommend it enough if you come to TGI Fridays. For the last thing I ended up trying on the menu, I ended up trying the chocolate, ice cream, and brownie, which were both really great and solid items on the menu, and I can't recommend enough.
I'm sorry, they just got this down.
The last item I ended up trying on the menu was the chocolate brownie and ice cream. The chocolate brownie was moist and gooey, and the ice cream was at the perfect temperature. Overall, I can't recommend this TGI Fridays location and this brand enough. When I walked in there and met the staff, these were probably some of the most organized and probably kindest people I've ever met in the restaurant industry. I've been working in the industry myself in a myriad of different positions for over 5 years now, and it's rare that I've ever walked into a restaurant with staff who care as much and are as passionate about and love what they do as much as the TGI Fridays location in Boston, Massachusetts. Overall, if you're in the neighborhood or are just looking for a good bite to eat, I can't recommend this chain enough and this location. That's all I have for today, and thank you so much for watching.